Good day to everyone. This is Bob Bennett here from Victory Over Depression VOD Ministries. I want to share with you a video series I'm going to be beginning called Law and Grace. Are you under law or are you under grace? You see, because as Christians, how the Christian life is lived is one of the most challenging things to do. Let alone to do, but to understand. Because we have Old Covenant law and New Covenant grace. And I've studied the subject extensively. I've even written a book about it called Are You Under Law or Under Grace? And we're going to be studying from that. Going to take a little piece at a time. But it's an in-depth scriptural study of many other verses, especially in the New Testament, that compare law and grace, because there's such a significant difference. And the challenge is, how do you tell the distinction as a Christian? Because it's easy to mix the two together. Because as John wrote in his Gospels, the law came by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. So it's important to know the difference and have the right motivation to live the Christian life so you can really enjoy it. Like I said, the book I wrote is called Are You Under Law or Under Grace, with a subtitle, Being Free to Love God Daily. And think about that. You want to be free just to love God for who He is? And that's why it's important to that we look at this and to understand it. Because what a lot of people do, they mix the two together. See, our salvation is based on what Jesus has done. And Paul writes in Ephesians, for you are saved not by works, but by grace. And it is the gift of God. Because of what Jesus did on the cross. He died for our sins, and He rose from the dead to restore spiritual to restore spiritual life to spiritually dead people. And like any gift, you either accept it or reject it. So we're going to do, it's going to be an extensive study, but we're just going to keep going one part at a time. So this is the first part, law and grace. So part one. So keep looking forward. I have a Law and Grace Facebook page. You can like that, find the videos there, and I'll probably be putting them under one of my depression, Victory Over Depression Facebook pages also. But it'll also be on my Victory Over Depression YouTube channel. So be encouraged with it. You're really going to enjoy it. Because I tell you, there is such freedom. And for someone who had decades of depression, understanding, once I understood the reality of Christ in me, but then taking it further, understanding law and grace. What is the motivation for living the Christian life? Or really look at it as it's a really intensive subject. So I'm really looking forward to it. So again, like I always like to say, be encouraged. Christ lives in you. He loves you overwhelmingly. And we're going to really look at this, because to me, law and grace, Paul talks about there's milk and there's meat. The milk is for those in a bottle. That it's just, the meat is the real thing. It really takes you higher in God. And it makes you love Him more and more deeper within. That's what law and a correct context, a biblical context, correctly done and applied with law and grace makes the Christian life so enjoyable. So I look forward to sharing more. Soon I'll be coming out with the first video on that. So God bless you abundantly. Bye-bye.